It all started when a compassionate and quick-thinking Lyft driver noticed something amiss during her usual route. As she cruised through the city, her eyes fell upon a small, defenseless creature hobbling down the sidewalk. It was Claude, a sweet and innocent soul who had suffered unimaginable cruelty. Covered in blood and bearing the scars of long-term abuse, Claude was a heartbreaking sight that pulled at the driver's heartstrings. Without a second thought, our compassionate hero pulled over and approached Claude with caution. She couldn't bear to see him in such a state of distress. As she gently extended her hand, Claude surprised her by responding calmly, as if he sensed her kind intentions. In a tender moment, she carefully scooped him up into her arms, determined to bring him to safety. Despite having a busy night ahead, our compassionate driver canceled the rest of her Lyft appointments. She knew that Claude needed immediate help and couldn't bear the thought of leaving him alone in his vulnerable state. With Claude safely cradled in her arms, she made her way back to her car, her heart filled with both worry and determination. The journey didn't end there, my friends. Our kind-hearted driver knew that Claude needed proper care and attention, so she whisked him away to her home, where she set up a makeshift sanctuary for her newfound furry friend. With gentle hands, she cleaned Claude's wounds, feeling a mix of sorrow and anger at the pain he had endured. Every bandage applied was a small act of love, an offering of hope in the face of unspeakable cruelty. The following day, our determined rescuer sprang into action, reaching out to various rescue organizations and veterinary clinics. However, it being a holiday weekend, her efforts proved challenging. Phone calls went unanswered, and the uncertainty weighed heavily on her heart. Days passed, and the hope of finding help started to fade, but our driver refused to give up. With tears streaming down her face, she made one final plea to a shelter. She poured her heart out, begging for someone to save Claude's life, and finally, a glimmer of hope appeared. The shelter arranged for her to obtain antibiotics to alleviate Claude's suffering. It was a small victory in the face of adversity, but more was needed to ensure Claude's recovery. Time ticked by, and Claude's condition took a turn for the worse. Swelling crept across his head and face, while his once healthy appetite disappeared entirely. Panic set in, and our driver knew that urgent action was required. In a stroke of luck, a dear friend put her in touch with Right Way Rescue, an organization renowned for their unwavering dedication to animals in need. With the weight of desperation lifted from her shoulders, our driver felt a renewed sense of hope as she brought Claude to the capable hands of Right Way Rescue. Their skilled team assessed Claude's condition, revealing the extent of his suffering. Bite wounds covered his frail body, infection coursed through his veins, and dehydration threatened his very existence. Immediate intervention was essential. Without delay, Claude was rushed into surgery, his life hanging in the balance. The skilled veterinary staff at Right Way Rescue worked tirelessly, carefully suturing over 50 wounds, both visible and hidden. Inside his mouth, where his gums had been punctured, delicate stitches were placed, allowing for the healing to begin. Claude's journey to recovery was far from over, but he was in the best possible hands. The dedicated team at Right Way Rescue monitored him closely, ensuring that he received the round-the-clock care he desperately needed. Multiple daily treatments were administered, each one designed to combat infection and bring him closer to a brighter tomorrow. And because his appetite had yet to return, he was lovingly syringe-fed, providing him with the nourishment his frail body craved. It's incredible to witness the transformative power of love and care. Claude, once a broken soul, gradually began to flourish under the watchful eyes of his newfound family. His spirit, once dimmed by suffering, started to rekindle as he felt the warmth of compassion and witnessed the lengths people were willing to go for him. Today, my friends, I'm thrilled to share the remarkable news that Claude is thriving. He's no longer defined by his past. Instead, he embraces a new lease on life with unbridled joy and boundless energy. Claude, the brave little survivor, has become a symbol of resilience and the triumph of compassion over cruelty. But remember, none of this would have been possible without the unwavering support of each and every one of you. Your love, your kind words, and your unwavering generosity have played a pivotal role in Claude's journey towards healing. So let's raise our virtual glasses in celebration of Claude's remarkable transformation and the incredible community that made it happen. In a world where we can all make a difference, Claude's story serves as a powerful reminder of the impact a single act of kindness can have. Until next time, stay compassionate, stay positive, and remember that the power to make a difference lies within each and every one of us. Thank you for joining me on this heartwarming adventure, and as always, let's keep the love flowing.